y'all, welcome to my channel, Fuller Than Life. My name is Kayla, and if you haven't already, you should take a moment to subscribe. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about all of my travels during 2018. I have went to 15 places, excluding when I went to my graduation in Beaumont and my boyfriend's family reunion, because those were literally like an hour and a half away from here. So I started 2018 off in Dallas, Texas, boop, boop. And then I went to Boston, drove to Hartford to visit my best friend, January 26th through the 28th. And then March 7th through the 18th, I went from Houston to Chicago to Newark to Iceland, back to Houston. Well, back to New York and then to Houston. So in each one of these, I would say that out of the first quarter of the year, definitely the most memorable trip was to Iceland. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna bombard you with pictures. We got to see the horses, which are the horses in Iceland have only ever lived in Iceland. Once they have a horse exported, they do not bring it back, and they're so beautiful and they're so short and tiny. You could drink water from anywhere in Iceland. Tap, tub, anywhere. All of their water is filtered and clean. And some of their beaches actually have heated water, like within the first bit of it. And it's just phenomenal. I mean, like, they have come up with so many great things. It's beautiful, it's clean, and it's like underpopulated, which is amazing for them, you know, especially when you come from a place like Houston and then you go to Iceland and you're like, there's so many less people and it's so beautiful. All right, so then we fast forward to April 27th through the 29th. I went to Dallas for a bachelorette party. My friend from college was getting married. Insert a couple pictures. And then in May, after my graduation, which we went to Beaumont for my graduation, and in May, and then May 17th through the 20th, we went to Vegas with my friend, and it was amazing. The weather is perfect in May. It's not too hot, and it's not like cold. Yes, Vegas does get cold. And it was, unfortunately, it was whatever the techno like huge thing is where they like have raves and stuff, that was that weekend. So there were actually a whole lot of costumes and people there. It was very interesting, but you know, everyone had fun. And then to finish May off, May 25th, we went to Austin to go to a wedding that was on the hills, and it was gorgeous. It was so beautiful. I think I only have 1 or 2 pictures, but I'll be sure to insert them. And then June 7th through the 12th, we went to New Orleans. Then we flew to Panama, and then we flew back to New Orleans, then back to Houston. Panama was probably the top trip of the second quarter of the year. Panama, we actually went for that same friend who had her bachelor party in April. We actually went for her wedding in Panama. And Panama is a very beautiful, very populated, very, like, when you think Panama, you should think of seeing like everyone, because it's everyone there. There are Panamanians who look like me. There are Panamanians who don't look like me. And they're all beautiful people, and they spoke a bajillion words in Spanish for a minute, and I could not understand it. However, fortunately, my boyfriend does understand it, and he actually has a YouTube channel where he is talking about his Spanish journey. So input Bay here. All right, so he was actually our translator throughout the trip, and right now he's actually dropping a series on his YouTube channel talking about
when we almost died in Panama.
So if you would like to hear that story, please click the link below, and if I can put the link on the screen, I'll be sure to do that too. So we actually did not do anything in New Orleans because both times we flew into New Orleans, we got there close to midnight or right after midnight, and we had 6 a.m. flights. So we were not about to go party and then go to wherever we were going. We were so exhausted. When we flew back into that trip, he had just started his job and I didn't have any PTO really. So we flew in. I was able to take a nap for like an hour and then I went to work. As soon as we got in, he went to work. So we were both exhausted after that trip. Highly recommend not doing that. Then June 15th through the 17th, we went to Fredericksburg for my grandmother's 65th birthday. I know, she's beautiful. Wait until you see her. She doesn't look 65. We can only hope to be that beautiful. We can only hope. Oh, her skin. Just look at her skin. It's so moisturized and luxurious. Oh, I wish. But we brought in her 65th birthday. We went to, for y'all who don't know, in Texas, there's Fredericksburg, Texas, which is like our wine country. There are a bunch of wineries out there and we stopped at several of them, had lots of wine, inserted a few pictures. It was so fun. I will definitely go back and go there again and definitely try more wines. I was the only one who was drinking like red wine. Everyone else was drinking like Moscato. And so I was definitely tipsy because for you all who don't know, red wine is way more potent. So, you know, I was having a lovely time. And then in July 20th through the 22nd, we went back to Austin. I know, always in Austin. So sometime during the summer, we always end up going to Austin to hang out with some friends from college, specifically my sorority sisters from Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. We could just go and hang out, and we usually rent a boat and sail and just have the times of our lives. Then August 17th to 20th, we went to Cancun to celebrate my mother's 48th birthday. So, insert mama. So that was like half of the best part of the next quarter. Let me see. Yeah, that could be that quarter. That was the top one for that quarter. So going to Cancun with my mom, celebrating her 40th birthday. It was my mother, my sister, and I, and it was a blast. We had so much fun. We went zip lining. We went swimming in the cenote. Not really sure exactly how you pronounce it, but we went swimming there. Unfortunately, my sister lost her graduation gift, which was an Apple Watch
that I paid for.
Broke my heart. Broke it into pieces, but she was already devastated, so I couldn't be mad at her. However, she did lose it at the bottom of the cenote, so if anybody wants to go swimming, it's down there. And what else did we do? And we went ATV riding. ATV riding is so intense. Let me tell you, when you're on it, your arms are like this, and you're working out, and you don't even know that you're working out until they come to a little stop, and you're like, ooh, I was doing all that. So, pro note, lean into it. When you lean into it, your arms don't shake as much. I got you. Then October 19th through the 21st, we went to Dallas to go to the fair that they have annually. For you all who don't have a fair, it's kind of like the rodeo. It was amazing. I had fried Oreos. My boyfriend had fried lemonade. We had, what was it? Was it like strawberry funnel cake, like the actual like cake part with strawberry? It was delicious. I loved it. But side note for my vegetarians and vegans, you know the pain I'm about to mention. Just be careful what you eat at the fair, okay? It ain't all as good as it tastes going in. Just beware, my friends. Then in November 8th through 11th, we went to Denver. So that would be the top trip for the second half of the year. It was my mother, my sister, my boyfriend, and I. And we had big dreams, y'all. We were going to go skiing. We were going to be pros, going down the slopes. And when I say we, I mean them, because I'm scared of heights. So I wasn't about to be going down them slopes with them. But, you know, I was going to be in spirit. So in actuality, we went snowshoeing in some pictures. It was fun, y'all. It was real fun. However, the people at the snowshoeing place, they lied and they tried to kill us. Yeah. I mean, 2018, people tried to take me out left and right. You know, Panama, Denver. Technically, it was in Breckenridge because we flew into Denver, drove to Breckenridge, but that's neither here nor there. So we get to the place and they look at the clock and they're like, oh, it's an hour before closing. And we were like, well, you know, we can, you know, just do whatever we can for an hour. And they're like, okay, it is a loop. I'm a draw a picture for y'all. They like, okay, it's a loop. Oops. They're like, okay, this is the trail. It's like that, y'all. Not a perfect circle like that, but you know, it's a round body. Okay, all in the middle, that's some water. On this water, and it's a trail. Water, and it's a trail all around there. We got about here, right? Remember, we had an hour. We had 1 hour to complete this. We got about here where I'm about to mark on this map, and it had been 40 minutes. Right there. Right there. We walked for a little bit longer, probably about till right there. And I looked to my family and I said,
I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the trail.
but I'm gonna let y'all finish.
I'm gonna go back though before it get dark.
So I just want to remind you all that I was the only one struggling with the altitude. I'm like, everybody else just like, just tripping on down the trail. So I tell them they could do what they want, because then they start telling me I was holding them back, and I was
like, you know what? This altitude ain't about to make me no punk, but y'all have fun. I'm gonna go back because somebody gotta survive to tell the story. So,
long story short, they agree and they all go back with me. And so we go back, we get to the thing, we get back to the place, and the lady's like, oh,
y'all are back? Y'all finished it in an hour?
No, we didn't. You tried to kill us. You told us it would take an hour. 40 minutes in and we ain't even halfway there. But I didn't say that to the lady. I just said, you overestimated our physical fitness abilities, because we only made it about a quarter of the way and I decided it was time to turn around. We came back a lot faster than we went. So that was probably the highlight of the trip. And then when we were at the airport, we finally got to the airport. What was it? We get to the airport. It was time for the boarding to start, which was at like, let's say it was 6:50 p.m. I realized that I have left my purse in the rental car. And so if you've ever been to the airport in Denver, you know the rental cars are not attached to the airport. You got to catch a shuttle, which takes about 20 minutes to get to the airport. To get to the rental place, and then you got to catch a shuttle back, which takes about another 20 minutes to get to the airport, depending on which gate you at. So I realize it. I tell my mom, my sister, my boyfriend, I'm like, y'all go. I'm about to go back to the rental car. My boyfriend looked at me like, you know, I had lost my mind. And he said,
Kayla, I'm coming with you.
And he turned to my sister.
Y'all go catch the flight. We'll be there, hopefully.
So we get on the thing. The whole time, y'all, he laughing. It ain't nothing worse than knowing you made a mistake, and the person that you be getting on, when they make a mistake, laughing at you. They not even talking about you. They just laughing at you. And you know they laughing at you because you the one who made a mistake. Yeah, that's what he was doing. And I was like...
And he was like, you don't want me to laugh?
And I was like, Kittrick, you can do whatever you want. I just want to get my purse. And then he said, you know...
It's funny because if it was me, I wouldn't hear the end of it.
I was like, stop. I wouldn't do that to you. And then I'm just looking at the bus driver like, drive faster, please. And so the whole time we're looking at the clock. We get there. They find my purse right underneath the seat where I put it. And then we get back on. We get through the line. We get on the bus. We make it on that cut. Then we drive to the airport. We go stand in line. I look at my phone and it is 7:35, which is right when they supposed to be closing the doors on the plane to take off. Now, I don't know a lot about airline, way it all work, but I was hoping that if I scanned my boarding pass, then that meant they couldn't take off without me. So we running to the gate, just running. Finally, we get to security. We running through the gate, running to the gate, running to the gate. We get to the gate. They just now boarding group C. So we just walk on up in line. I'm like, whew, at least these people didn't have to wait for us, because I would have felt so bad, because I be talking about those people, you know. But you know, now I know life happens. I ain't gonna talk about y'all no more. So that was the highlight of the end of the year. And so I forgot to mention, in September we went to my boyfriend Kittrick's family reunion. Whoop whoop. So then November 23rd through the 25th, we went to, well, I went to New Orleans with two of my friends from high school. Insert a couple pictures. It was fun and all. I didn't realize that Bourbon Street don't close. No one ever told me that. They don't have like a real curfew like 2 a.m. They stay open all day. Yeah, all day. So I was my 26-year-old body wasn't prepared for that. And for you over 26s, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Just because you partied hard all through your 20s don't mean my 26 ain't struggling, okay? And then December 14th through the 17th, I went back to Vegas. I know lots of Vegas trips. I went back to Vegas with a friend of mine, and it was great. It wasn't super cold. The weather was perfect. It was probably only cold one night, and we ate. We walked around. We went to shows. It was so much fun. It was just relaxing. And I know a lot of people don't say that about Vegas, but it was so relaxing. And on the last day, I played roulette and I won like almost $100, but then I lost like 50 of that. So I really only won $46. And my friend was like, Kayla,
why weren't we playing the tables the whole time? You winning money. We was playing slot machines and you winning money.
And it was only my like 3rd time playing roulette in my life, and I didn't want to mess up. So that's why I kept procrastinating until the last day. But you know, next time I got you, roulette table. I got you. And then to finish it all off, we went to Dallas December 31st through January 1st. And we went to a Christmas party with some of our friends. Christmas party. We went to a New Year's party with some of our friends. And they had tables out there. And I was playing roulette again.
And I 1.5 my money. I 1.5 my money. I 1.5 my money. I 1.5 my money.
Yes, so you know, they gave us $1,000 fake dollars, and yes, I 1.5 that. So if it was a real table, I just would have been rolling in dough. And that's how my 2018 went. How did y'all's 2018 go? What did y'all do in 2018? What was your most memorable moment? Did you have memories in quarters like me, or did you just have one moment that topped every single last thing that could have happened and did happen in 2018? Be sure to let me know. And if you haven't already, please comment, subscribe. More videos will be coming soon. Peace.